everybody, it's Sophie here from Monkeys in Motion, and I'm here with Monty and Millie. So hi Monty, and hello Millie. Good job. And today we're going to do another one of our story times. So Monty and Millie, you're going to watch us do our story today. Lovely. And first up with me today we have Little Red Riding Hood. So has anybody ever read the book Little Red Riding Hood? It's a very, very nice book, and it's about a little girl in a red coat that goes to see her granny. So here's our front cover of Little Red Riding Hood, and the first page, should we see what it says? So here we are. So, once upon a time there was a little girl called Little Red Riding Hood. She always wore a bright red cloak with a bright red hood. She's saying, I love my cloak. She lived with her mother in their cottage on the edge of some deep, dark woods. Oh, can you see Little Red going off into the forest? And there's her mother and their cottage. Lovely. Here we are. One day, Little Red Riding Hood's mother gave her a pot of Brussels sprout soup. Take this to your grandmother on up the other side of the woods, she said. But remember the rules of the woods. Now, if you look a little bit closer, you can see on the tree, there's some rules here of the woods. And they say, number 1, keep to the path. And number 2, don't talk to wolves. Oh, I hope she doesn't talk to a wolf. So Little Red Riding Hood says, I promise, says Little Red Riding Hood, and off she went. Skippity, skippity, skip, skippity, skippity, skip. Oh, what a lovely day, said Red Riding Hood. Silly Sophie. Good. Can you see her skipping off into the woods? Lovely. Good morning, Little Red Riding Hood, called the woodcutter. Can you see him there with his axe? Good morning, woodcutter, called Little Red Riding Hood. She's very polite, isn't she? Do you want to have a little look at the pictures? Oh, it looks a bit darker here. Little Red Riding Hood walked deeper and deeper into the deep, dark woods. It grew darker and darker. So Little Red Riding Hood didn't see the wolf waiting for her on the path, and the wolf didn't see Little Red Riding Hood either. There's the wolf. Can you see him? He's just relaxing, leaning against a tree. Let's see what happens next. Little Red Riding Hood stumbled straight into the wolf. Ow! Arr! Oof! Are the sound effects. What are you doing in the middle of the path? Asked Little Red Riding Hood. I nearly spilled my grandmother's Brussels sprout soup all over you. Sprouts? Yuck! Wolves only eat juicy red meat, said the wolf. Little Red Riding Hood had forgotten the rule, don't talk to wolves. Uh-oh, she's definitely talking to the wolves there, isn't she? That soup looks like it's really warm, ready to eat as well. Good. So the next part, the wolf looks a bit mean here. The wolf was just about to gobble up Little Red Riding Hood when he had a brilliant idea. I'll eat Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother. Oh, he looks a bit mean there, doesn't he? I hope he doesn't. And where does dear Granny live? Asked the wolf. In the cottage on the other side of the woods, said Little Red Riding Hood. And she's directing him all the way there. Oh gosh, I hope he doesn't follow her. The wolf raced to the cottage and knocked on the door. Come in, called Grandmother. The wolf leapt into the room. and gobbled up Little Red Riding Hood's grandmother in 2 seconds flat. Bony but not bad, he said. Then he pulled her cap, jumped into bed and waited for Little Red Riding Hood. Oh dear, that's not nice, is it? So there's the wolf coming into Granny's house. And there's the wolf gobbling up Granny and then turning himself into Granny. What a mean wolf he is. Let's see what happens next. Soon there was a knock at the door. Come in, snarled the wolf as softly as he could. Little Red Riding Hood looked at her grandmother, then looked again. Oh, Granny, what big ears you have! All the better to hear you with, my dear. Oh, Granny, what big eyes you have! All the better to see you with, my dear. Oh gosh, can you see that he's showing off his eyes and his ears? He doesn't look very nice there, does he? What's going to be next? Oh, Granny, what big teeth you have! All the better to eat you with! In one bound, the wolf was out of bed and gobbling up Little Red Riding Hood. Delicious, he said, then fell fast asleep. Oh no, as he slept, he snored very loudly. What's going on here? Wondered the woodcutter. Look, the woodcutter's come to peek in the window and he can see the wolf is asleep in Granny's bed. He's thinking that's not right. I wonder if he'll come save the day. Do you think he will? Do you think he'll help Little Red Riding Hood and Grandma? Let's find out. He's eaten that poor woman, realised the woodcutter. He picked up some scissors. He snipped open the wolf's tummy, snippity-snip, snippity-snip, and out popped Grandmother, and Little Red Riding Hood too. And quick as a flash, Little Red Riding Hood picked up some stones and piled them into the wolf's tummy. When the wolf woke up, he tried to sneak out of the door. Rattle, rattle, rattle. But the stones rattled and rattled and rattled inside of him. What do you think that means? Can you see he's got a little line where they had to cut him open and put his stones inside of his tummy? I definitely think I would hear the wolf coming now if he's got stones inside of him. Let's see what happens next. Now, everyone can hear me coming. I'll never catch anyone, cried the wolf. Exactly, said the woodcutter. You'll just have to eat vegetables instead, said Little Red Riding Hood. The wolf was never able to eat another person. Ugh, Brussels sprout soup, he says. But as for Little Red Riding Hood, she never, ever, ever talked to a wolf again. Well done, Little Red Riding Hood, because that's what she was meant to do. Can you see the wolf really, really does not like Brussels sprout soup? And now you'll be able to hear if he's coming up behind you because he'll be rattling. And that is the end of our story. Oh, wow. I really like the tale of Little Red Riding Hood. And if I got to dress up as anyone, I would pick her because I love red. And it's my favourite colour. And you can wear a nice red cape and look like Little Red Riding Hood. So, Monty and Millie, did you enjoy Little Red Riding Hood's story today? Yes. Oh, they definitely did, didn't they? Well, why don't you have a little listen and let me know if you enjoyed Little Red Riding Hood, and we'll see you all soon. Bye, everybody.